So hello guys, let's continue again. Let's understand try else clause in Python. So we have already seen try and except clause in Python. We can also add a else clause to it. So what actually our else block will do? It will be executed only if our try block was successful, but it won't run if there was some error and our try block failed. In that case, our except block will run. The else clause is an optional clause, so it won't affect the functionality of try and except block. We should try to avoid writing too much code in the else block because in the else block exceptions will not be handled by the preceding except clause. Suppose that we have written some code in our else block that will create an error. So in that case, there will not be any code to handle that error or exception, and in that case our code will fail. So we should try to avoid writing too much of code in the else block. Now let's understand the syntax of try else block. So the syntax of try and except block remains the same. After the except block, we just need to add the else clause, and anything inside the else block should be well indented. We also can have multiple except clauses, it won't create an error. But we can have only one else clause. Now let's understand about try finally block in Python. The try statement in Python can also have an optional clause which is finally. It will be executed in all the situations, mostly used to release the resources or to show that our program has ended. So let's suppose that we have opened the file in reading mode but we are trying to write data to it, so we will receive an error. So in that situation our code will be terminated. But if we add a finally block and in that we write fp.close, which means close the file, so the resources will be released automatically. So this will actually help in increasing the efficiency and resource management of our program. So let's see the syntax of try except block with finally and else clause. So firstly let's write our try except block. After that we will be adding the else block, and at the end of that we will be adding the finally block. In this case also we can have multiple except clauses. So how this is going to work? First of all, our try block will try to run the code. If there is some exception, then except block will handle that, and else statement won't be executed in that state, but the final statement will be executed in all the cases. But if there was no error in the try block, then except block won't get executed, but the else block was executed, and finally block will execute in all the situations. So now let's go for a hands-on practical. First of all, start the Python REPL by giving the command python. So first of all, let's take an example of try finally block having all the other statements. For that purpose, I will be creating a function which will take two numbers from the user and convert them into integers and then divide them. This thing will be inside the try block because here are the chances that error may occur. So if our try block was successful, then it will show the output, which is the division of two numbers which were prior converted to integer. But exceptions may rise, so for that thing I am writing a zero division error here, because it is possible that a user may give denominator as 0, which will create an error. Other than that, there can be many other exceptions, and to catch all of them I am just writing except, that we have seen in the previous video also. After this I will be adding the else block, which will get executed only if our try block was successful. So when our try block was successful, then it will print that try block went well and it's going great. And at the last I will be adding the finally statement, and it will be printing that it is executed in each and every situation irrespective of anything. So we have successfully created a function having all the four things that we have studied till now, that is try, except, else and finally. When we will call this function, our try block will be executed first, but if there is some error, then first of all it will check for a zero division error. If it is not the case, then it will be catching all the exceptions using the except, and it will show that some error is there. So let's call our function. So I will be giving the correct input for the first time, and it shows the output also. So we can see that our else block gets executed, which means that there was no error in our program, and finally block will run in all the cases. So let's keep the denominator as 0 and let's see what happens. Our zero division error block should catch that error. So we can see that error was handled successfully and our finally block ran, but this time else statement was not executed. Now try giving 0, 0. In this case also it will be fine. In this case, let's provide the argument as a string, and in this case the second except clause will be running, which says that some error is there, contact administrator. So now let's see how to use try except else block with file handling. So in the try block, I will be trying to open a file which does not exist on my system. I will be adding a except block which will be there to handle all the errors and exceptions. After that, I will be adding a else block which will get executed only when our try block will get executed. So we know that this file does not exist on the system, and if we try to run this, only the except block will run because there will be an error which shows that file does not exist, and except block will catch that or handle that error, and it will show the statement that we have given. In this case, I have not used the finally block. In Python, we can also have try and finally block. We won't be using else and except block with that. So here is a small demonstration. Inside try block, I am writing x equals to 0 by 0, which is an error, and after that I am just writing the finally block which will be executed in all the situations. So here I am including a beautiful statement in the print function which will be executed whenever finally block gets executed. So as soon as we execute this, it shows the statement that was inside the finally block, but after that it also shows the zero division error. It was not handling the error because we have not added any exception block here. But it's always better to have a except block also. Now we know that if there is some error in the except block, else block or finally block, then there will be no one to handle that. So if I create an error in the try block, then except block will handle that. But if I again create an error in except block, then this error won't be handled by anyone. Same goes for the else and finally. So here is a small demonstration on the screen. So here we know that our except block will try to handle the error generated by the try block, but except block itself is having an error, so it will show that during the handling of above exception another exception has occurred. So we know that our else block will not be executed because there was some error in the try block. But our finally block gets executed and it will again face a zero division error. We can also have a case where our try block is error free or exception free, so it will run normally. After that our else block will get executed, but our else block may have some error which will not be handled by anyone, and same goes for the finally. So I have demonstrated the same using try, except and else block. Try block was error free, but else block was having some error. Try block was executed normally, but error in the else block remained unhandled. So we should always try to write the code that is 100% correct in else, except and finally statement, because in all these three the exceptions won't be handled. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. That's all for today. My new video will be uploaded soon. Thank you.